हेलो एवरीवन, वेलकम टू एसएन एकेडमी। आज का वीडियो में करंट अफेयर्स के बारे में हम डिस्कस कर रहे हैं, नेशनल और इंटरनेशनल न्यूज़, वीकली वन लाइनर्स। सो कीप वाचिंग। October 8th, 2020. The first news is the Department for Promotion of Industry and Internal Trade (DPIIT) has launched an online discovery platform for startups called Startup India Showcase. The main aim of this website is to make a repository of India's most promising startups that have proved their capabilities from across sectors such as fintech, enterprise tech, social impact, health tech, and edutech, among others. The platform will also act as an online networking portal by mentioning LinkedIn and Twitter pages of the founders. Important keys: Minister of Commerce and Industry is Piyush Goyal. Next, Union Minister of Textiles Smriti Irani has launched the first ever brand and logo for Indian cotton on Second World Cotton Day through video conferencing. Now, India's premium cotton would be known as Kasturi cotton in the world cotton trade. The Kasturi cotton brand will represent whiteness, brightness, softness, purity, luster, uniqueness, and Indianness. Important keys: Chairman cum Managing Director of Cotton Corporation of India is Pradeep Kumar Agarwal. Cotton Corporation of India headquarters is in Mumbai, Maharashtra, and founded on 31st July 1970. Next, Russia successfully test-fired a Triskon hypersonic cruise missile in the Arctic. The missile was fired from the Admiral Gorshkov frigate in the White Sea, Russian Arctic. The missile covered a distance of 450 km with the maximum altitude of its trajectory at 28 km. The flight lasted 4.5 minutes and the missile reached a hypersonic speed of over Mach 8. Important keys: Russia president name is Vladimir Putin, capital Moscow, and currency is Russian ruble. Next, the Kuwait government headed by Prime Minister Sawa Al Khalid Al Sabah submitted its resignation to Emir Nabaf Al Ahmed Al Jaber Al Shawa in anticipation of the upcoming general elections that are due to be held in November 2020. He took charge as the PM in 2019. Important keys: Kuwait capital is Kuwait City and currency is Kuwaiti dinar. Next, the state government of Gujarat has announced a Digital Seva Setu program to ensure optimum utilization of technology for public welfare in rural areas. The program has been initiated under the centre's BharatNet project. Under the Digital Seva Setu program, public welfare services will be made available in all the 14,000 Gram Panchayats in the state by connecting village panchayats through an optical fiber network. Each village panchayat will get e-Gram office so that villagers will not have to go all the way to taluka or district level offices. All the Gram Panchayats will be connected to the state data center at Gandhinagar. Important keys: Gujarat Chief Minister name is Vijay Rupani and Governor name is Acharya Devvrat. Next, Axis Bank in partnership with India's full service courier Vistara launched a co-branded forex card, Axis Bank Club Vistara Forex Card, to cater to the needs of international travelers. This is the first ever collaboration by a bank and an Indian airline for a co-branded forex card. Important keys: Vistara headquarters is in Gurgaon, Haryana. CEO is Leslie Thang. Headquarters it is in Mumbai, Maharashtra for Axis Bank, and MD and CEO is Amitav Chaudhary. Next, J. Venkatramu has been appointed the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer for India Post Payment Bank (IPPB). He will succeed Suresh Sethi, who served the post till March 2020. Venkatramu is presently working as the Chief Digital Officer in Equitas Small Finance Bank. Important keys. Indian Post Payment Bank was incorporated as payment banking company under Section 22 of Banking Regulation Act 1949. Its headquarters is in New Delhi, and Prime Minister Narendra Modi had launched IPPB in 2018. Next, the centre has appointed M. Rajeshwar Rao as the new Deputy Governor of the Reserve Bank of India on 7th October 2020. Prior to this, M. Rajeshwar Rao was an Executive Director at RBI. He succeeds N. S. Vishwanathan as the Central Bank's 4th Deputy Governor. Important keys. RBI 25th Governor is Shaktikant Das, headquarters in Mumbai and founded on 1st April 1935 in Kolkata. Next, Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman has launched MSME Prerna, an online business mentoring program for MSMEs by state-run Indian Bank. The program, to be made available in local languages, is aimed at empowering entrepreneurs through skill development and capacity building workshops. Important keys. On April 1st, 2020, Allahabad Bank amalgamated with Indian Bank. Indian Bank MD and CEO is Padmaja Chanduru, and the tagline of this bank is "Your Own Bank." Next, the Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs will integrate the Applications Programming Interface API between Svanidhi portal and various banks to expedite loan sanctioning and disbursement process under Modi government's PM Svanidhi scheme for nano entrepreneurs. To begin with, the ministry launched the API integration between the PM Svanidhi portal and SBI's e-Mudra portal. Important keys. Minister of State of the Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs is Hardeep Singh Puri. Next, the Nobel Prize in Literature for 2020 is awarded to the American poet Louise Gluck for her unmistakable poetic voice that with austere beauty makes individual existence universal. The Nobel Prize in Literature is awarded by the Swedish Academy, Stockholm, Sweden. She made her debut in 1968 with First Born and was soon acclaimed as one of the most prominent poets in American contemporary literature. She has received several prestigious awards, among them the Pulitzer Prize for 1993 and the National Book Award 2014. Next, noted Oriya poet Nityanand Naik will be conferred the prestigious Sarala Puraskar for his poetry work Seteba Lekhu Nathiba, published in 2017. The poet will be facilitated with a cash award of ₹5 lakh and a citation. Two other eminent personalities from the state is Ranjit Kumar Nag and Shyam Sundar Patnaik will be facilitated for their contribution to fields of music and art respectively. Next, Indian Air Force Day is celebrated every year by the Indian Air Force on 8th of October. This year, Indian Air Force celebrated its 88th anniversary. Indian Air Force was officially established on 8th October 1932 by the British Empire as the Royal Indian Air Force. The name was changed to Indian Air Force in 1950. Important keys. Chiefs of Air Staff is Rakesh Kumar Singh Bhaduria. Next, former Governor of Manipur and Nagaland and ex-CBI Director Ashwini Kumar passed away. He was born at Nahan in Sirmaur district and joined the Indian Police Force in 1973. He was allotted the Himachal Pradesh cadre, and while working as the district superintendent of police at Shimla in 1985, he was inducted in the newly created Special Protection Group (SPG), where he worked till 1990. 9th October 2020. First news is Jordan's King Abdullah II appointed Bashir al-Kashwana as PM. King of Jordan Abdullah II Ibn al-Hussein has appointed Bashir al-Kashwana, policy advisor to the king, as new Prime Minister of the country. His appointment comes after King Abdullah II Ibn al-Hussein accepted the resignation of Prime Minister Omar al-Razaz. Important keys: capital of Jordan is Amman and the currency of Jordan is Jordanian dinar. Next, the Uttar Pradesh government has signed a concession agreement with representatives of Zurich Airport International for designing, building and operating Noida International Airport at Zewar for a period of 40 years. The airport will be developed as a public-private partnership and is scheduled to open in 2024. Important keys: Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh is Yogi Adityanath, Governor Anandiben Patel. Next, Meghalaya government has entered into a partnership with Israel to establish a one-of-a-kind center of excellence on high-value vegetables in the state to improve and promote the livelihoods of farmers. COE, that is Center of Excellence, is important for tapping the diverse biodiversity and available resources in the state in terms of its soil and agroclimatic condition. Important keys: Meghalaya Chief Minister name is Conrad Sangma. Meghalaya Governor is Satyapal Malik. Meghalaya capital is Shillong. Israel capital is Jerusalem. Israel currency is Israeli shekel. Israel Prime Minister name is Benjamin Netanyahu. Next, Amazon India has partnered with Indian Railway Catering and Tourism Corporation (IRCTC) to provide its customer with the facility to book reserved train tickets on Amazon. With this launch, the e-commerce company's digital payments arm Amazon Pay adds another travel category, thereby offering its customers a one-stop shop for booking flights, bus and train tickets. Important keys: Amazon founder name is Jeff Bezos. Amazon founded on 5th July 1994 and its headquarters in Seattle, Washington, US. Next, National Bank for Agriculture and Rural Development (NABARD) has inked 3 Memorandum of Understanding with State Bank of India to extend credit support for various NABARD projects. The MOs were signed for financing joint liability groups, self-help group support, credit inflows to farmer producers organizations, and economic support for watershed development projects. This will help in providing credit support to the different sections of the society, including the priority sector. Important keys: State Bank of India chairman name is Dinesh Kumar Khara and headquarters it is in Mumbai, Maharashtra. Next, Reserve Bank of India has extended the term of Rajesh Kumar Chibber as chairman and managing director of Jammu and Kashmir Bank for another 6 months, effective from October 10, 2020 or till the appointment of managing director and chief executive officer, whichever is earlier. Important keys: Jammu and Kashmir Bank headquarters it is in Srinagar, Jammu and Kashmir. Next, Nilesh Shah has been re-elected as the chairman of Association of Mutual Funds in India (AMFI). He was earlier elected as the chairman for 2019 and 2020. Nilesh Shah would also continue as the ex-officio chairman of AMFI Financial Literacy Committee, being the chairman of AMFI. These decisions were taken by AMFI, the industry body of SEBI registered mutual funds, and its board meeting. Important keys. CEO of Association of Mutual Funds in India is S. Venkatesh. Next. The Monetary Policy Committee of the Reserve Bank of India met on 7th, 8th and 9th October for its third meeting of 2020-21. Reserve Bank of India Governor Shaktikant Das has announced crucial policy decisions at the bank's third bi-monthly monetary policy. Next, the World Bank projected India's GDP to contract by 9.6% this fiscal year 21, which is reflective of the national lockdown and the income shock experienced by households and firms due to the COVID-19 pandemic. The World Bank earlier in June had estimated the Indian economy to shrink by 3.2% in the current fiscal. The World Bank recently released its report titled South Asia Economic Focus, noting that the country's economic situation is much worse than ever seen before. Next, the Norwegian Nobel Committee has decided to award the Nobel Peace Prize for 2020 to the World Food Programme, WFP, World Food Programme. The World Food Programme is the world's largest humanitarian organization addressing hunger and promoting food security. In 2019, the WFP provided assistance to close to 100 million people in 88 countries who are victims of acute food insecurity and hunger. Next, World Post Day is observed on 9th October every year. The purpose of World Post Day is to create awareness of the role of the postal sector in people's and business everyday lives and its contribution to the social and economic development of countries. World Post Day is celebrated each year on 9th October, the anniversary of the establishment of the Universal Postal Union in 1874 in the Swiss capital Bern. It was declared World Post Day by the UPU Congress held in Tokyo, Japan in 1969. Since then, countries across the world participate annually in the celebrations. Next, Union Minister of Consumer Affairs, Food and Public Distributions Ram Vilas Paswan passed away. He was born on 5th July 1946. He was also the president of the Lok Janshakti Party, 8-time Lok Sabha member and current Rajya Sabha MP. Ram Vilas Paswan started his political career as a member of Samyukta Social Party and was elected to the Bihar Legislative Assembly in 1969. Later, Paswan joined Lok Dal upon its formation in 1974 and became its General Secretary. He opposed the emergency and was arrested during the period. He entered the Lok Sabha in 1977 as a Janata Party member from Hajipur constituency, was chosen again 1980, 89, 96, 98, 99, 2004 and 14. Next, Mario Jose Molina, the only Mexican scientist to receive the Nobel Prize, passed away. He was born on 19 March 1943 in Mexico City. He shared the 1995 Nobel Prize in Chemistry with Frank Sherwood Rowland of the US and Paul Crutzen of the Netherlands for their 1970 research on the damage to the ozone layer.